Hey, this is Gail from A Seat at the Table podcast. Now, you already know that Anchor is the easiest way for you to record. We already know that. You already know that Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free. They'll distribute your podcast to all the major labels, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, the Google Podcasts, and you can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Listen, I understand that you girls are out here spending money on studios and what have you, but if you're smart, you'll download Anchor app right now. Go to anchor.fm to get started. Tell them A Seat at the Table podcast sent you. I'm too live, nasty as I wanna be. Don't shake your sassy ass in front of me before I take it there and turn your back out. That shit ain't happened since the Mac was out. Lola Falana, Drips and Gabbana, 90s style, the finest style. Right away it fits, wanna taste the shit. Put me on a bass and throw your face in it. Fuck her. Nah, y'all can't touch her. My sex drive all night like a trucker. Let alone the skills I possess. And y'all gonna see by these bills I possess. Never settle for less. I'm in excess. Not in excessive VVS to the two. That's just the way I feel. Nancy, what? Classy still. Straight out the gate, y'all. We drop hits. Now tell me, how nasty can you get? All the way from your hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing's for sure, I'll be good. That's right, we drop hits. Now tell me, how nasty can you get? All the way from your hood to your neck of the woods is ripped. One thing's for sure, I'll be good. Woo! You know, now that I'm 40, I need to make sure that the songs that I sing are a clear representation of my spirit and my soul. And no female rapper can embody my inner soul like Inga Marchand, better known as the Foxy, the only Fox Boogie Brown, bad as hell, the baddest bitch. Do you guys know her? Yes. First of all, thank you guys so much for listening. Welcome back to an all new episode of A Seat at the Table podcast. Now, I know I've been gone for a minute, but needless to say, I am back with the jump off. Yes. How was you guys' hot girl summer? I did not have a hot girl summer. I had more of like I had a cinnamon latte, pumpkin spice. I'm going to have a pumpkin spice fall. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have an extra steamed pumpkin spice fall. Yeah, I mean, summer was not our time. You know, I know Megan Stallion, she had you guys thinking, oh, you can just ride the boat right into the sunset and everything would be fine. Unfortunately, it didn't work out like that, okay? But that's okay. That's okay. We still have time to regroup, regenerate, and reho. That's right, reho. Sometimes you got to wrap that hoe up, you know, put it in the fridge and wait. It's like a hoe left over. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I still have a little bit of hoe left in me. So that's kind of like a hoe left over that I have. And I'm full right now. I'm full. I don't feel like there is further hoeing for me to do that is really going to complete this meal, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is just go right on ahead and just hoe leftovers. Hoe over. Yes, that's fine. You guys, I am 40. Yes. Woo! Give it up for me, honey. What all does that mean? I'm not quite sure right now. What it does mean is, honestly, the day after I turned 40, you guys, I felt, now people always ask you when it's your birthday, do you feel different? Do you know, you're older now. Has something changed, physically? I can't say that I had much of a difference in turning 40. Like, oh, I woke up the next day and, my stomach acid was on fleek, or I don't know, like nothing really crazy happened. Much to many people's chagrin, I entered 40 with little to no fanfare. I'm not really one of those girls who needs like a big celebration with all the focus and I just, and it really does upset people in my life because I feel like, nowadays, the world that we live in, people want to not only live a particular lifestyle, but make sure that everybody else knows that they're living that life. I'm fine with not having, a Philippe Chow 40th birthday or something like that. I don't need all of that shit, just a good time with the homies and some family, and I'm good. Really, that is how I spent my time. I did make it to Made in America Festival, the Rockefeller Rock Nation sponsored Made in America Festival down in Philadelphia. I gotta tell ya, it was okay. A lot of young kids, okay? A lot of kids. And to be honest with you, I didn't know that Travis Scott had such a following until I had watched his Netflix documentary. Prior to that, I just thought he was like some kid from Texas that a bunch of white kids got into. And that was pretty much it. But no, he's got a huge following. So it was interesting to see the response of his fans to his show. We got a chance to get into Cardi B, who was one of the other headline performing acts of Made in America Festival, blah, blah, blah. She was alright. I wasn't pressed to the gates for her, but that's how I spent 40. I also finally surpassed the 100-mile mark on my Nike Run Club. I know. Woohoo! So I've been running now steadily since July. And I try to do anywhere between, and it's such a small incremental amount as far as I'm concerned, but I try to do anywhere between, 5 to 15 miles a week. It just really depends on how I feel. And so I have now, by my 40th birthday, I crossed the 100-mile mark of running. And that was really exciting for me. I think I'm going to do a marathon, you guys. I think I'm ready to do a marathon. Now, before we go any further, I know many of you are like, wow, she's just really going in for the gusto. She doesn't want to tell us anything else about like where we can follow her or what are we doing. All right, fine. You can find a Seat at the Table podcast on Instagram, a Seat at the Table pod, all one word. You can find us on Apple, on Google Play, on Pandora, on Spotify, and anywhere else that you guys like to listen to your podcast. You can also find me at Galanda Adams on Twitter. That is GAILANDOADAMS at Galanda. I always spelled that wrong. GAILONDAADAMS. That's correct. I can spell. Oh, God. Anyways, what's been going on with y'all? Still at that job? My God. Don't even get me started on the job piece, okay? Our pull-up moment this week is definitely a shout out to the job, especially my whack-ass boss. Any which ways. So we were talking about birthday celebration, yada, yada, yada. Here is another fun fact for you. Now, many of you make birthday sex a big thing. Is birthday sex a thing, y'all? Or is it only a thing for me? Because I feel like birthday sex is a thing, but for many people, birthday sex is not a thing. Like, it's not something that they necessarily need to solidify the fact that it's their birthday. Now, I particularly don't care. It felt like leading up to this 40th birthday, though. Now, y'all remember the young tenderoni that I was involved with, right? Oh, Lord. Well, he's still there, you guys. Still there. Probably won't be going anywhere anytime soon. But I am now taking applications for the fall pumpkin spice latte ho-over season. So no need to worry. Your girl is back on the Nasty Girl app looking for niggas. And for many of you, you may be like, what is the Nasty Girl app? Listen, any of these apps nowadays is the Nasty Girl app because all these niggas are basically just looking to fuck, okay? Let's just keep it all the way real. Whether it is Grindr, Hinge, Cupid, J's for Jesus, JLovers.org, whatever. Everybody's just looking to fuck, all right? Either which way. I did not get my pickle tickled for my birthday. However, post birthday celebrations have been very exciting. I'll have you know. What else is going on in the world? Oh my God. I've had a baby. Yes. I am now, before you guys used to refer to me as mother. Well, now I have a actual real life baby. Yes. My grandniece is now living with me, which is really exciting. She's going to be 11 months next week. She is the light of my life. She's so cool. She's just a down ass little kid. She's so chill. And so this has been interesting, kind of navigating having a kid and still doing all the things that you want to do. Now, I don't want to misrepresent anything. Her mom is still there. I'm definitely being supported by family and what have you. But yeah, she is with me 24/7 now. And that's been interesting only because you really can't. I don't know how you parents do it. How do y'all move and do all the things y'all need to do while still having a kid? Because those kids normally don't want you to go nowhere. So how does that work? I don't know. But it's been exciting and I'm really enjoying it. And I did it all without the 9 months of fuss and muss and the crazy stretch marks. So this is exciting. So what else was we talking about? Oh, how tiring niggas are. So yeah, I think I'm going to cool it now for, the young one my young tenderoni. I think I'm on a cool it kind of phase where I kind of just feel like, I'm not in the mood. But for those of you who are still entertaining love, good on ya. Good on ya. I feel like have any of you ever gotten to the point where you just feel like, you know what? I don't really want to be with anyone. Is that terrible? Just a little brownies for my brownie, you know what I mean? But I think I've pretty much gotten to the point where I don't feel the need to be in a relationship right now. I want companionship. I just don't want the relationship. Which is the problem with most niggas, because that's mostly what niggas want. But is the companionship without all the fuss and the muss. But let me just say this. I feel like my life is full. And I think that when you come to a place where your life is filled with excitement and love and joy, I think being involved in a relationship at that point can only serve to already enhance a beautiful life. So I feel like I used to search for a relationship to enhance my life. I feel like my life is already there. I'm happy. You know, I feel immense amount of joy and a full circleness. That's one thing I can say for turning 40. For turning 40 is that there is a full circleness that occurred that I don't think I've felt in previous birthdays. Like, I don't think that I have felt this sense of completion And not that I feel